All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about something that's super important, but honestly, gets overlooked all the time in the kitchen: cooling your food the right way. And hey, it doesn't matter if you're a pro chef or just cooking for the family, this stuff is critical. So, let me ask you something. What do you think is the most dangerous moment in your kitchen? I bet it's not what you're thinking. It's not the big flame on the stove, it's not even the super sharp knife. Nope. It's actually that quiet moment after you're done cooking, when that beautiful meal is just sitting there, cooling, and we're about to find out exactly why that is. And the whole reason for this boils down to one critical idea in food safety. You've got to know this one. It's called the temperature danger zone. And listen, this isn't just some friendly advice, okay? This is the science behind why cooling your food down fast is, well, absolutely essential. So, what exactly is this danger zone? Well, think of it as the perfect, cozy little temperature range where bacteria just go wild. They don't just hang out, they throw a massive party and multiply like you wouldn't believe. So our job, our entire mission, is to get our food through that zone as fast as we possibly can. We're basically shutting down the party before it even gets started. Okay, so we know the why. Now let's get into the how. And we're going to kick things off with the single most important first step, something you should do no matter what cooling method you end up using. And here it is. Super simple. Before you do anything else, you have to break down large amounts of food. Take that huge pot of soup or that big roasting pan of chili and divide it up into smaller, shallower containers. See, it's all about physics, really. You're increasing the surface area, which lets the heat escape way, way faster. Seriously, this one move is a total game changer for speeding things up. All right, so our food is divided and ready to go. Now for the main event. Let's walk through 3 tried and true methods that the pros use to get food through that danger zone fast. Method number 1 is the classic ice water bath. You've probably seen this. You just place your smaller food container into a bigger pan or sink filled with ice and water. But here's the key. You can't just set it and forget it. You've got to stir the food often. That stirring is what pulls the hot stuff from the middle to the outside, cooling the whole batch down evenly and so much faster. Next up, we've got a really cool tool called an ice paddle. It's pretty much what it sounds like: a big plastic paddle that you fill with water, and then you freeze it solid. Then you just stir it right through your pot of soup or sauce. This thing is awesome because it cools from the inside out, which is super efficient. And then, for the really big jobs, you have the heavy hitters: blast chillers or tumble chillers. Now, this is the kind of pro equipment you'd find in a restaurant kitchen. If you're dealing with massive batches of food or something really dense, like, say, mashed potatoes, these machines are your best friend. They use powerful fans to blast freezing cold air all around the food, bringing the temperature down with incredible speed. It's the safest way to handle large volumes. But cooling the food down is really only half the story, right? Because if you're going to serve those leftovers later, you have to reheat them just as carefully. It's truly the other side of the food safety coin, and yeah, it has its own big, important rule. And here's the number you need to burn into your brain: 165 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 74 Celsius. Any leftover you plan to serve hot has to hit this internal temperature. That's the benchmark for safety. No wiggle room, no exceptions. But it's not just about the temperature. It's also about time. You're on the clock. You have a 2-hour window to get that food all the way up to 165 degrees. And I mean it. This is a hard deadline. If for some reason it doesn't get there in 2 hours, it's not safe anymore. You have to throw it out. It hurts, I know, but it's the only safe thing to do. Okay, and one last super important warning on this. Do not, I repeat, do not use hot holding equipment to reheat food. I'm talking about things like steam tables or those warming drawers. They're just not designed for it. Their job is to keep already hot food hot. They can't bring cold food up to a safe temperature fast enough. You have to use equipment that's actually made for reheating, like a microwave or an oven. All right, that was a lot, I know. We've gone from the temperature danger zone all the way to the rules for reheating, so let's tie it all together. We'll boil it down to the key takeaways that are going to help you handle your food safely and with total confidence. This really sums it up perfectly. So the problem we're fighting? That's the temperature danger zone. The goal? Simple. Cool everything down as fast as you can to get through that zone. And for reheating, it's that magic number again, 165 degrees, and you've got 2 hours to do it. That's it. Keep that in mind, and you're golden. If you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this quote, which comes straight from the source. It really says it all. The faster you cool your food, the safer your food is. It's a direct connection, and it's just that simple. So, I want to leave you with this one question to ask yourself. The next time you make a big, delicious meal, just stop and think, is what I cook today going to be safe to eat tomorrow? And the great thing is, now you have the tools and the knowledge to make sure that the answer is always, always yes. Hey, all the information we talked about today comes from the experts at ServSafe and the National Restaurant Association. If you want to learn even more, their website, foodsafetyfocus.com, is an amazing resource. Thanks so much for joining me.